Hello, everyone. Did you miss me? It's been a few weeks. But welcome to Planet of NY Sports. Here we talk Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets, and a little bit of the Knicks and Nets. This is our Jets versus Chiefs video. And man, we have a lot to talk about. Okay, where do I even start here? Like, where do I even start? I know it's been a while, but first off, I just want to apologize because unfortunately I did get sick like for a bit, and also I've had like a lot of schoolwork to do. I've been catching up on things, so uploads may be inconsistent. Roderick too. Roderick has been busy as well, but we are back. And yeah, so we all know about Aaron Rodgers. I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to torture Jet fans anymore with it. But we know Zach Wilson has been a disaster. You can't really expect too much at this point. You can't expect too much. If I'm a Jet fan, which I'm not, I'm a Giant fan, which that'll be a whole nother video about tempering expectations now. If I'm a Jet fan, I would say you have to temper your expectations. You have to. Let's look at Joe Namath. Let's look at what he said. He says, I don't believe in him when talking about Zach Wilson. I don't believe he has a future as a good player, and I think they made the wrong choice when they drafted him. I feel that way. And apparently he may have said he was disgusted by Zach Wilson's performance. I mean, well, who wasn't, to be honest, Joe? But in a way, I almost feel a tiny smidge bad for Zach Wilson because there's not too much he can do. No one could have predicted that Rodgers was going to get hurt the first game of the season and, he was going to be out for the year. Who could have predicted that? And if you're a Jet fan now, I'm telling you guys this. You guys are not making the playoffs this year. You're not. The Jets are not going to be a playoff team this year. If we were going to see a game from Zach Wilson where it was going to be like, okay, this season's, maybe we can still do a little something here, somehow squeak out a 10-7, 9-8, and no, they couldn't. They could not get the offense moving against the Patriots, and now they face this Chiefs team who, we're over here talking about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce more than the actual game itself. And part of that, I blame the Jets because the Jets aren't that good. So people are more worried about this. And I'm not even going to give you guys keys to victory here because, what else is there to say? What else is there to say? I can give like 6 Jet players to watch during this game. I can do that. But I am not going to go ahead and do keys to victory rundown because with Zach Wilson at QB, I don't see it happening. I don't. I'm sorry. And this Jet schedule, they have a lot of primetime games. They may get flexed out though, depending on how the season progresses. But Zach Wilson has not been good so far. He hasn't. And also, I listen to WFAN. I hear some Jet fans saying, oh, how about we go out there and just start Trevor Siemian? Hold your horses, guys. Now, here's the problem here, because a lot of people think that the Jets can just bring in a guy like Carson Wentz, who was not the same, 2017 Carson Wentz. He's not the same guy. This Carson Wentz is awful. And so you mean to tell me you're going to bring in Carson Wentz or someone else that was a free agent, and they're going to come in here and they don't know the offense. At least Zach Wilson knows the offense. At least Zach knows the offense. You're going to bring in someone who doesn't know the offense, and then you think that's going to be a big improvement. Those guys are free agents for a reason. If Carson Wentz was, going to be decent enough, then he would have been signed already by another team that needs a backup maybe. And a lot of people, were saying, oh, in the offseason, why couldn't they get a guy like a Jacoby Brissett type of backup QB? Well, because you would probably have to pay more for that type of backup QB. because those guys, they can squeak you out a few wins. And no one, like I said, the Jets, who could have predicted Rodgers, being out for the year? And they figured, okay, Zach Wilson is under Aaron Rodgers. Maybe he'll, clearly that has not panned out. Now, will my tune change if Zach Wilson somehow miraculously beats the Chiefs? Okay, sure. But is that happening? I very much doubt it. Now, I'll give you guys 6 players to watch here. And, maybe I'll go off on a little tangent, but there's not much to talk about here with this game. There's not, because I don't think the Jets have a big chance here. But one player to watch is obviously Zach Wilson. He needs to figure it out. The Jets are they're about to go 1-3. They're about to go 1-3. Right now they're 1-2. They're going to be 1-3 after tomorrow. Look, Trevor Siemian's on the practice squad. I highly doubt Trevor Siemian is going to come in here and start over Zach Wilson, next week, barring Zach Wilson plays even worse than he did last week. Zach, show signs of life. I plead, man, show some signs of life. Look at least a little decent where, this is a competitive game. Please. Another guy I want to look at here is Breece Hall. He had a good week 1. He had a really good week 1. He had 127 yards in week 1. But the last 2 weeks, his combined rushing has only been for 27 yards on 16 attempts. So the Jets have kind of just, they're kind of hold on, man. You still came back from that ACL injury. We're going to have to just slow you down here. If the Jets somehow want to pull off an upset, they're going to need the defense to step up, obviously, but they're also going to need Breece Hall to have success on the ground, because obviously Zach Wilson is, trying to bank on him to get it done in the passing game is just not going to work. Now, another guy I want to look at here is on the defensive side, and that is John Franklin Myers. John Franklin Myers. So I talked about the defense, and, you're trying to stop Patrick Mahomes, so obviously, okay, that's going to be a tough task. But with John Franklin Myers, he leads the Jets in total pressures, which is 13, according to PFF, and he's been pretty good. He's been pretty good these first 3 weeks. He's going to need to show up prime time. Make some noise. Get some pressure on Mahomes. Make it uncomfortable for him. Maybe the defense can keep the Jets in this game. And then another guy we can look at here, Jordan Whitehead. Jordan Whitehead. Mahomes is always going to be looking for Mr. Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. So seeing that, Kelce has scored in back-to-back games. Okay. Whitehead, you are probably going to have to cover Travis Kelce. You're going to have to. We all know Whitehead had that good 3-interception game week 1. He had a good game. Week 2 and week 3, obviously it's hard to top the week 1 game. But this week, he's going to have to step up, and somebody is going to have to stick Kelce. Somebody's going to have to do it. Now, I gave you the players. I can't even really think of keys to victory here. I told you, this is like a really, really tough task for the Jets without Aaron Rodgers. It's a really tough task. I'll give you my final score prediction. My final score prediction, I think this score will shock some people. I think the Jets defense, does decent enough. Give me the Chiefs 27, Jets Jets 15. That's a weird number, but I'm going to say 15. 27-15. I think Zach Wilson is just, he's Zach Wilson, but I think Breece Hall gets in the end zone once. Maybe Zach Wilson somehow gets a touchdown pass at the goal line, but I don't see the Jets winning this game. I'm sorry, Sully. I know you're going to be in the comments, but the Jets are in for a tough year. I had them making the playoffs while they had Aaron Rodgers. I don't have that happening now. I don't. But who knows? That is why we play the games. Obviously, there could be an upset. I would be surprised personally, but who knows? That's why we play the game of football. If you can all do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment down below too. Give me your score prediction. I would, obviously we'll probably hear, Chiefs. Who knows? Who knows? The Jets, I see. I can't even try to, whatever. We'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.